Oh, okay, thank you. Well, Remita has always existed, and as you know, Remita has its foundation in the business space, the B2B space. The B2B space is usually characterized with multiple users, approvals, and workflows, huge sums of money, and security of priority. So it's about taking the big engine that supports payments in the corporate environment to the retail environment, to the individuals like you and I, and Remita therefore exists on the web and on mobile. And on the mobile is just the perfect answer to manage your finances for the first time in this country, and arguably in any other place in the world. You're going to be able to have all your bank accounts in one place. So even if you have accounts in 4, 5, 6 banks, rather than have 6 different apps and you're logging into each one, or you're carrying tokens for each one, you're having just one app that combines all your accounts in one place. You can see your balances in one view. And we've always said it, innovation is a platform for collaboration. So whereas banks might have had their own different things, we're working with them to make it possible. So in essence, Remita app liberalizes payments. It takes it away from innovation silos. It brings into collaborative ecosystem where one person offers something, the other person offers something, and together the consumer is the net beneficiary. So essentially, that's a big thing that Remita app brings. I mean, in Nigeria today, every consumer now has an app that no longer requires the apps, multiple apps to do exactly the same thing. For now, the customer can see all his balances on just one screen. For now, whatever expense you make or transfers are all available in one place. It's almost like merging all your statements from different banks into just a single statement. So you have a single view of all your financial transactions in one place. And it's not just a listing of transactions. It's about being financially intelligent. So Remita actually delivers financial intelligence to the everyday user, and this means not just does it give you a listing of all your expenses, all your transfers, whatever you've done with your funds, it intelligently analyzes and categorizes to say this is how much has gone into fuel, this is how much has gone into travels, this is how much has gone into donations. And it can show you this on a daily basis, it can show you this on a weekly basis, or on a monthly basis. So we're creating a new set of financially intelligent and financially included Nigerians who have power in their hands. And beyond that, there are quite a number of other exciting features which are the first of its kind in this market. For instance, you can actually do multiple payments, and those are the kind of innovations we're talking about, incremental innovations that just change, that makes payment social. Today you probably are only able to do one payment at a time, but look at it, you want to pay 10 people, you can capture all of these 10 different payments at different times, funding from different banks, and you just click a single button and all the payments are made. So it's an exciting time to be around. It's innovation at its peak in the payments for the average ordinary Nigerians. If anything, the word out there today for those who are informed is that Remita is a lifesaver. You need to visit university campuses today where Remita has become the default payment platform. They no longer need to queue at bank branches. From their phones, they can easily make any payments at any time to the federal government. You need to visit those who go to marriage registries. If you go to Ikoyi marriage registry, you see how people are using Remita to make payments. They don't need to go queue, they don't need paper tellers. All you need to do is to just call a code, and someone there is able to verify your Remita retrieval reference, and voila, you're good. So it's a new phase of is a new phase of convenience in payments for the ordinary citizen on the street. I'm talking about the federal government. Many people do not know that Remita actually predates TSA. Remita is about 12 years on the market today. TSA is just about 5 years, and innovation just continues. And so look at this analogy of bringing the engine of a jet into a bicycle. So if it can power the entire economy for the federal government, and you put that in the hands of an individual, that tells you the kind of power you're putting in the hand of an individual on the street. You're able to aggregate all your account balances across all the banks. You don't need to carry multiple tokens. You don't have multiple layers of security because we're working with the security of the banks, and we also have our own security layer over that. You can do this from any part of the world at any point in time. You're just on top. And more importantly, for merchants, you're now able to right from your phone transact without necessarily people having cards. I mean, you're talking about people just able to log into their accounts to make payments right then. We're bringing some innovative technology which you're going to be seeing a new dimension of it. Talk about QR codes. You're going to see that in a new way. Talk about tap to pay using NFC technology. All of this embedded in the Remita app. It surely is an innovation that's made life so simple. So it's got so much power behind it, and yet it's so simple to use by everyday users. When you say impact on the development of the economy, think about it this way. People are still going to have their money in their bank accounts. What this means is people can now more easily access their funds, can now more easily account for their transactions, can now more easily from a single place make payments to different type of billers from one place. So we're putting in your hands the power of one application that gives you total control over your financial responsibility as a person. And I think in itself that has a way of accelerating the economy, that has a way of making people do a lot more. You'll be amazed the introduction of multiple airtime purchase. Anybody on your contact list on your phone, you can just pick different people, and with one click on any one of your accounts, all of them can get airtime of different denominations at the same time. That's the power we're putting in your hands. And that's so there's so much to talk about how Remita just revolutionizes financial intelligence, brings about ease and a lot more convenience, more than any other person has been able to do in the market up to this time. Alright, so we've spoken in terms of what the average consumer can do, and if it just interests you to know that another dimension of how the Remita app can catalyze the economy is it places in the hands of SMEs and unique business owners to be able to do business right from their phone. So you can create your shop actually on your phone. That's what Remita allows you to do. It allows you to list the kind of services you offer, and you can just generate QR code and send to people via WhatsApp, via email, and they can pay you. You can go out with friends and you can share bills, and you just send each person's component, and each person is able to pay right from there. For those of you who have weddings and you want to send things to your phone, you're doing a shady for instance, right there on your phone, you can just generate, oh, it's Mola's wedding, oh, it's Judith's wedding, and you create a shady and just send it to each person, and right from their own phone, from their Remita app, they just do that, and right away you can always pay you. You don't need to start calling. Right there, you know how many people did I invite, how many people have paid up. If it also has to be with cap, without cap, and all of those kind of things. So those are the kind of exciting things that Remita is able to do for people who want to do businesses. It's just innovation unusual.